a nice short warm down for when you get done with your hiking or maybe running or biking. So even if you have your shoes on, you can do this, you can save this to your phone. So let's start at the top of the mat. You might not even need your mat. So sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Take a deep breath, inhale, reach up, get nice and tall. And then exhale, forward fold. Widen your feet hip distance apart and just allow your hands either to grab elbows or maybe today just let the hands touch the earth if you're able to. Bending the knees as much as you need. Let the head relax. Allow the backs of the legs to elongate. Lift up, take a halfway lift, inhale. Pull the belly in, feel the backs of the legs elongate. Hamstrings stretching. And on the out breath, step your right foot back to a runner's lunge. Keep the left knee right in line with the left ankle. And then allow the shoulders to melt down your back and lift your heart space up. Just allowing the front of that right hip flexor to open. Allow the hips to drop just slightly. Lift the chest a little higher. And on the out breath, start to pull back and pull the toes up towards the third eye as you bow in. Inhale, try it again. Let the hips melt towards the earth. And then exhale, take the hips back, bowing in. One more time. Inhale, allowing the hips to melt. And exhale, pull it back and hold here. Keep pulling the toes back to the third eye. And then bend your knee, come back to the runner's lunge. Place your right hand on the earth and send your left arm up for a nice twist. Release down. Now keep this left knee bent and then just turn your body to the side. Now some of you may need to keep the foot grounded and you may need to have the hands to the earth. Some of you may be able to start to drop the hips down so you get this beautiful stretch into the left calf. You can even play with your hand position, maybe the hand to the heart, reaching the right arm out to the side. So getting a beautiful stretch into the calf, Achilles, as well as the inner thigh here. Keep the heart lifted. Shoulders melt down your back. Take one more breath here. And then straighten the legs. Place the right hand right underneath the face and we'll open up and twist. Left arm reaching to the sky. Release the left hand down and we'll switch. Right hand comes up. Gentle twist through the torso, hugging the inner thighs towards each other. And then slowly come back to center. Walk your hands back to the front of the mat and we'll step forward with the right foot. Inhale, lift up halfway again. Exhale, fold again. Letting the hamstrings, maybe you can find a little bit more space now. This time the left leg is going to step back to runner's lunge. The right knee stays right in line with that right heel. Keep the hips hugging in. Let your shoulders melt down your back and send the heart forward. Allow the hips to soften just a tad and then pull the hips back as the toes pull up towards your third eye. Inhale to rock forward. Use your breath. Exhale to take it back. One more time. Inhale to come forward. And exhale to draw it back. So pull those toes again back towards the third eye. Encourage your right hip to draw back and your left hip to move forward. Elongating and lengthening through your spine. Bending the right knee, place the left hand to the earth, and we'll open up and twist. Maybe you can look up towards the thumb. And we'll take Skandinasana again. So I want you to just keep the right knee bent. And so the knees track over the second and third toe. And you can either keep the hips high or drop the hips down. Keeping the chest lifted, hands to the ground, maybe hands to the heart. So in your downward facing dog, let's bend your right knee, push your left heel down, stretching out through your calf, ankle, back of the legs, creating an extension in the spine. Switch sides, bend your left knee, now push your right heel to the earth. And then slowly take both heels now and draw them back. Really press into your hands. Push like you're feeling like you're pressing and sliding the mat forward. And the hips lift high up and back. Pull the pit of your belly in. And then start to walk your feet towards your hands. Again, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Press down into the feet and we'll come all the way up to stand. Now as you come up to stand, I want you to take your right foot and cross it over through your left. Take your left hand to your hip and the right hand's going to come behind the head, and then I want you to press into the feet. Start to push your hip to the right and then start to lean over to the left. So a nice stretch into the side bodies all the way down to the IT band. And then slowly come back to center and we'll switch sides. Let your left leg cross over the right. And then I want you to take your right hand to your hip. Your left hand comes behind the head. Just let your head rest back in the hand. And then use your right hand to gently push your hips to the left. And then open all the way up from the outside of the hip, waist and lats, armpits stretching and leaning. Then come back to center. I want you to cross your left leg now over your right, and we'll take figure 4 here to stretch out through the outer hips. So keeping the heart lifted, keep your left foot active and flex to keep the knee safe. Just breathe into any sensation you're feeling at the moment. And we'll switch sides. This time figure 4, right leg crosses over the left. Send your hips back and your heart space forward. Bending the knee of the supporting leg and keeping your eyes soft. Come back to center and we'll take dancer pose. So left leg, bending the knee. See if you can catch a hold of the inseam of the foot. Maybe stretch your arm up towards the sky. And then start to send your foot behind you as you send your heart forward. Getting a nice stretch into the back of the upper back, shoulders, and your quadriceps. And then come back to center, and we'll switch. Last stretch, taking the right knee, bending, the knee as the heel comes in towards the glute. Reach the left arm up towards the sky. Start to send the weight into the leg back first as you send the heart forward. Slowly release, come back to center. We'll take one vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Lift up halfway. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Lower down, low plank. Upward facing dog. So lift your chest, relax your shoulders down your back. Look over your right shoulder. Drop the chin to the chest. Look over your left shoulder. Drop the chin to the chest. And then press back into downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet towards your hands. Look up halfway. Exhale and fold. And then roll up one vertebra at a time. Making space in your spine. Stacking each vertebra on top of each other. Roll the shoulders down your back. Just loosen up through upper body. And then feel this wonderful radiant energy you've created and made some space to stretch out. And this is something, again, that you can come to anytime after your run, your bike, or your hike. Namaste.